Hello, everyone. Ooh, excuse me. I should actually share my screen. Sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions as well. Lastly, this presentation is being recorded, and that recording will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. All right, I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters, starting with Life University.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sawanda Spinks, and I am the Senior Admissions Counselor for Life University here in Marietta, Georgia. I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to show a little 2.5-minute video, and then right after, I'm going to give you my information if you have any questions and that I can answer. All right.
Welcome to Life University. Our undergraduate programs range from the basic sciences and business programs to specialized vitalistic health and wellness degrees. Life offers students a wide selection of career-launching educational opportunities. Located in Marietta, Georgia, 20 miles outside of Atlanta, Life University is home to a 110-acre campus with 33 buildings and more than 5 miles of walking trails. There are 2,744 students who attend Life University from all 50 states and more than 45 countries worldwide. Life offers 14 undergraduate programs, 3 graduate programs, and the world's largest single-campus Doctor of Chiropractic program. With so many amazing Life degrees to choose from, some of our most popular majors are biology, business administration, culinary nutrition, exercise science, and psychology. And Life offers one of only 3 positive psychology master's programs in the nation. With a student-to-faculty ratio of 16:1, you're sure to never feel like just another face in the crowd to our professors. Life offers academic advising to help foster students' academic success, as well as career services to help with job seeking after graduation. With more than 70 student clubs and organizations, including 5 intramural sports, you're sure to find some fun and informative ways to spend time with your fellow students. Life U's Running Eagles participate in 19 intercollegiate sports, men's varsity sports, women's varsity sports, co-ed varsity. Life University accepts all external scholarships, including the Hope Scholarship, and we offer numerous internal scholarships that have a May 1st deadline each year. The Commons is our newest residence hall, designated for first and second year students only and designed with Life students in mind. The Commons is a physical example of a living, learning community. Come visit us during our Eagle Madness Preview Day, weekly information sessions, or take an individual tour. The uniqueness of Life's campus atmosphere is more easily experienced in person than depicted in words. We encourage all future students to come witness our beautiful campus for themselves. We hope you like what you've seen so far and encourage you to visit our beautiful campus. We look forward to hearing from you and especially to welcoming you to Life. Go Running Eagles!
All right. All right, so what I want to do is go ahead and share one last one, which is our team. And so you can also get my information. So this is the undergraduate team, and I have the pleasure of working with the territory, South Carolina territory, Georgia territory, and my colleague, Mr. Hurley Reed. He is the counselor for the North Carolina territory. So if you are interested in any of our programs, if you're interested in our preview day, you are definitely welcome to screenshot this, email me, or Mr. Hurley Reed. Thank you, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Life University. And you know what? I couldn't quite see all of the contact information on that page. So I didn't know if you wanted to try to pull it back up again, maybe not full screen, so that way they can collect your information.
Yes.
Still have about a minute and a half on your time. So
Okay.
oh, there we go. I can see it much
Can you
better
see
now.
it? Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Right.
Great. Okay. Well, yes. Thanks again, Life University. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Lander University.
All right. We'll go ahead and get started. All right. Good afternoon. My name is Sam Lynn. I'm with Lander University. We are located in Greenwood, South Carolina, just about an hour below Greenville, South Carolina. A little bit about us is we're a four-year public coeducational liberal arts institution with over 3,500 undergraduate students. That's a Lander record enrollment. We've never had more students on campus before. Doing that during the pandemic, we're extremely proud of that. We got 68% female and 32% male students on campus. That number is a little skewed, mainly due to nursing and education being our two largest majors on campus. We also got 23 states and 28 countries represented here, so you'll get a very diverse education, meeting a lot of students from overseas. And our 12th president is Dr. Richard Constantino. Things to do in Greenwood is we have over 100 restaurants to choose from. We also got a lake about 15 to 20 minutes down the road, so students can rent boats, jet skis, kayaks, and go fishing, of course. My favorite part about Greenwood is just location. Being close to some main attractions like Greenville or the beach or Charlotte or Atlanta. So you're able to get that weekend getaway and not spend too much time on the road to get there. And we also got a drive-in movie theater. There's only 2 left in the state of South Carolina, and there's one right here in Greenwood. So it's a very unique experience being able to watch those movies from the comfort of your own vehicle. So getting to majors, we have over 80 areas of study. Students who are undecided have 3 semesters to declare a major, so you got plenty of time to knock out your prereqs. Our 6 largest majors are nursing, education, business, biology, psychology, and exercise science. We have a student to faculty ratio of 17:1 and an average class size room of 21 students. Some housing of residents, we have 4 freshman dorms with New Residence Hall, Centennial, Chipley, and Brookside. New Residence Hall holds 200 students while Centennial holds 300. And then we have 12 residence halls on campus in total, like I mentioned, with 4 of them being freshmen. Parking passes for those residence halls are only $100 for the full academic year. And those parking lots are attached to the dorms as well, so you're not walking all the way across campus when you get back from somewhere, getting back to your residence hall as well. As far as athletics goes, is we are in the Peach Belt. And we're Division II. We do have 21 Division II sports on campus. So there's plenty to go around. We have plenty of accolades as well. For students who may not want to compete Division II, we also have 30 intramural sports competed with your peers here, and then 9 club sports competed with students from other institutions, universities. So there's still plenty of things to do to stay active as well. Get to the application process. So our application is absolutely free. There's no essay as well, so it's very quick and easy. All you have to do is upload your high school transcript. Due to COVID, we were test optional this year, and we got approved for being test optional next year as well. So students are able to upload your high school transcript in the application. We'll mark it official and get that decision made. We're rolling admissions, so we make decisions every single day and should have a decision made for you within 2 weeks. For upcoming seniors, that application does open up in August as well. Any transfer students, so we also have a bridge program with all 16 tech schools in the state of South Carolina. So if students are looking to bridge, you'll actually have an advisor from Lander as well. So you're not taking any classes or wasting any time or money taking classes anywhere else, or if those classes won't transfer over. So like I mentioned, you'll have that advisor. So you're taking all the correct classes. You just need a minimum of a 2.0 GPA and 12 credit hours, and then a final high school and final college transcript in order to transfer over. So everyone wants to know about money. We are on a 6-year tuition freeze. So our tuition has not increased in the last 6 years. And we also got approved for a 7th. Tuition is $11,700 for in-state students. And then room and board, full access meal plan, everything included is right around that $24,000 mark. Obviously, that's before any kind of scholarships. And for that out-of-state, it's $32,600. To put in perspective, let's just say it was a flat rate of $10,000. If you get $3,000 for out-of-state scholarship, you also get around $4,000 or $5,000 of that out-of-state abatement waived off. So you're looking around $8,000 in total, maybe, if that was a $3,000 scholarship. That's just something to think about. So financial aid. Obviously, students can still fill out the FAFSA if you have not done so already. But for upcoming seniors, that priority deadline is the month of October. You're just a priority. Obviously, it's not a deadline since you still have time to fill it out. And our FAFSA code is on our website as well. We accept all the state awards with Hope, Life, and everything like that. And our priority deadline for scholarships is November 15th. We did extend it to May 1st this year due to COVID. But obviously we can't promise that for the next upcoming year. So I would definitely keep that date in mind for any upcoming scholarships. Need to have that transcript and test scores in before November 15th to receive any kind of merit-based scholarships. There are multiple ways to commit. After you've been accepted, you'll receive a little commit card in your packet. There's multiple ways. You can send in the email, give us a call, do it electronically in your application. This just generates your username and password to actually apply for housing. Housing is first come, first serve. So the earlier you apply for housing, the earlier time slot you'll have to pick whatever room you would like on campus. And I don't know, we'll just see. There we go. And then some last events. We had our last open house this past Saturday, but typically an open house is just a big info fair, Bearcat for days where you get to come on campus and sit in a class and see what it's like to be a Atlanta student firsthand. So that is all I got. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my screen sharing off. All right.
All right. Thank you so much to Lander University.
Absolutely.
Next up, we've got Kennethschuler School of Cosmetology.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Allie Nichols, and I am an admissions advisor at Kennethschuler School of Cosmetology. How many of you are students who are the creative type, who love all things beauty, whether it be makeup, skincare, or even teaching others the tricks of the trade? That's exactly who we're looking for. Let me tell you a little bit about us. Kennethschuler has 8 campuses around the state of South Carolina, and because of our location placements, we're able to serve the surrounding states of North Carolina and Georgia as well. That means our students can be licensed in more than one state. We offer cosmetology and aesthetics, which is essentially the study of skincare. We also have day and night classes for both. Aesthetics is one of the fastest growing careers, currently with a nearly 12% employment growth according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So what sets us apart? We have a 12-week specialized business training program that teaches our students how to make money when they get out of school. We offer financial aid for those who qualify, and we even have a financial aid person on site that will walk the family through the steps of financial aid. We are a Redken Premier School and offer Dermalogica products and even American CACRAO. Now for the best part. We have a Jumpstart Scholarship just for high school students. In fact, in the past 5 years, we have given out more than $2.6 million in scholarships. Did you hear something that made you interested in styling your future in the beauty industry? Well, let's chat. You can apply online at kennethschuler.com/apply-online and make sure you pick wisely, pick Shuler. I do have a brief just slideshow that I'd like to share with you all. So here we go. Okay. So like I said earlier, we do have 8 campuses across South Carolina in major cities like Greenville, Columbia, Florence, Rock Hill, and North Augusta and Goose Creek as well. We offer both cosmetology and aesthetics programs. So cosmetology is going to be more so for those students interested in everything, hair, makeup, skincare, etc. Aesthetics is more skincare and makeup. So just a little bit of something for everyone who has an interest in beauty. We do offer this business program that is called Prosper You. This really teaches our students the ins and the outs of the business side of the beauty industry specifically. So it's specialized training that is just to help our students achieve their goals for when they leave us. We're always enrolling. It's never too early to start your enrollment process. And you can do so by applying online or giving any of your local admissions reps for Kennethschuler a phone call at the school. As I had mentioned earlier, for that Jumpstart scholarship, you would be eligible with a 2.7 GPA or above. So for aesthetic students, 2.7 and above gets you $500 to $1,000 scholarship. And for cosmetology, if you have above a 2.7, you're looking at potentially a $1,500 scholarship toward your education at Kennethschuler. So like I said, apply online today at kennethschuler.com/apply-online, and you'll be hearing from an admissions rep. And that's all I got. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to Kennethschuler School of Cosmetology. Next up, we've got Winthrop University.
All right. Hey, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Ty Robbins. I am an admissions counselor here at Winthrop University. We are a public four-year institution in the state of South Carolina. We are located in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and have been here for over 100 years now. Some of our more popular majors that you will see are going to be our programs with education, sciences and technology, as well as business and sports management. We're not a very large school. We have about 6,000 total students in our enrollment. 5,000 of those are going to be undergraduate students looking to receive a bachelor's degree. And we have another 1,000 students that are looking to receive a master's degree in business, education, or the sciences. And our student population comes from quite a few different places. We have 38 states or 38 countries and 35 states represented in the current class at Winthrop. And for the past 26 going on 27 years, we've been rated as one of the top regional colleges by U.S. News and World Report, something we're very, very proud of. We are located, as I mentioned earlier, in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Rock Hill is the 5th biggest city in South Carolina, but more importantly than that, we're right down the road from Charlotte, North Carolina, which is the largest city in the Carolinas, both North and South, and is a place where many of our students find their jobs after they leave Winthrop. Something that's really cool about us, we've seen a lot of growth in our city in the past couple of years, including the Carolina Panthers moving their administrative and practice facilities right down the road from our athletics program. So that's something that we're really excited to offer students, as well as some new developments in our new downtown area known as Knowledge Park. But if you do decide you want to attend Winthrop University, we do allow students to have cars their whole entire time on campus, but we also have free public transit in the forms of bikes and a completely electric bus system that students can access any point during the school year. We also have a lot of different clubs and organizations that you can get involved with. Regardless of which college you actually end up attending, know that clubs and organizations are one of the best ways that you can start building your resume while you're in college. They give you great opportunities to develop your leadership and also express your interests. So at Winthrop, we have over 160, 18 of which are Greek organizations, over 40 different intramural and club sports opportunities. And outside of all of that, we are also a Division I sports program. If you guys filled out an NCAA bracket, hopefully you put us going far. Unfortunately, this year, we didn't do as well as we could have, but knock on wood, looking forward to making it into the tournament next year. There are also the opportunities at Winthrop to join the honors program, as well as find on-campus job opportunities, study abroad, give back to your community, and even perform undergraduate research. That last one's one of my personal favorites because I did undergraduate research at Winthrop. It's a great training tool that, regardless of major, allows you to explore your specific areas of interest. We do have 7 different residence halls across our campus, and they allow students to stay on campus they require students to stay on campus for the first 2 years, unless you live inside of a 50-mile radius. One of the biggest perks of living on campus with us is that you're close to everything. You're able to immerse yourself in the culture that Winthrop is able to provide our students as one of the most diverse colleges in the state of South Carolina. In terms of academics, though, we are very, very student front when it comes to our priorities. We have 300 faculty across campus, most of which have a terminal degree in their area, and our average class size is only about 21 students. To give you guys the actual range, though, the largest class you'll see on campus is 75 students. The smallest is 1. So with that, you can experience a multitude of different class sizes, whichever you're interested in. Know that your professors are going to get to know you while you are a Winthrop Eagle. For anyone who is interested in the application process, just like Lander University, we are always accepting applications. We're on rolling admissions, so we will evaluate applications as they come into our office. We accept students not only with test scores, but also with their test optional essay that you can find on the application itself. We also allow students to submit resumes and letters of recommendation to give us more information about themselves. This is our average class profile for the past year, including our 25th and 75th percentiles. And we also accept students through the transfer process as well. So students can look to join us after attending at any 2- or 4-year institution across the nation. We also have a multitude of different financial aid options that you can look into. Know that Winthrop scholarships are awarded competitively, and they are awarded to both in-state and out-of-state students. For anyone who is outside of the state of South Carolina, you can actually receive an in-state tuition waiver that will bring you to the in-state rate of tuition, in addition to any sort of scholarships that you receive. Just like with any other institution, you do have the FAFSA that can provide funding, as well as many of our scholarship programs within our specific majors. We also have athletic scholarships that you can qualify for, and bring in outside scholarships and private loans as you would like. Now, presentations don't do justice. I would recommend to anyone listening in, highly recommend you visit our campus. When it comes to finding the right college fit for you, visiting campus can oftentimes show you more than any information on a website. If you're interested in visiting Winthrop, we are hosting visits Monday through Friday, twice a day at 10:30 and 2:30. We also have Saturday events. We'd love to have you guys stop by. And with that, Andy, I think I'm done.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much to Winthrop University. Next up, we've got Oglethorpe University.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Ethan Hockland. I'm a senior admission counselor here at Oglethorpe University, and I am happy to be chatting with you about Oglethorpe. So in general, Oglethorpe University is a small school located in the city of Atlanta. We are a small private liberal arts college, and by that, I mean we have just under 1,500 students, with your average class sizes being 17 and nothing being bigger than 25. Being located in the city of Atlanta provides a lot of opportunity for our students to take advantage of those professional internships and networking opportunities available to you. So if you're looking for a small school experience with a big city opportunity, this is a place for you to look into. Now at Oglethorpe, we have 60 different academic programs for students to choose from. Our most popular ones include business, biology, communications, physics, engineering, and theater. Two recent developments we've had in those majors include the Cousins Center for Science and Innovation. It actually provides a lot of different research opportunities available to our students, and it also doubles as our 24-hour study space on campus as well. We also have developed a Hammock School of Business on campus. We're offering new majors, new minors, and new internship opportunities through our Hammock School of Business, as well as a new certificate in business analytics as well. But if there's not a program that you find interest in, you also have the opportunity to do an individually planned major at Oglethorpe, which is sort of craft your own major opportunity. So whether you're looking for, getting involved into, the business world of Atlanta, or going even beyond that, we definitely have the opportunity available to you. Now at Oglethorpe, we do have an on-campus living requirement for 3 of your 4 years. So there's plenty of ways for you to be involved on campus. And I'm going to share a couple of those. We have 60 different clubs and organizations for students to choose from. We have 9 Greek sororities and fraternities and 16 Division III athletic teams. Oglethorpe is a Division III in the NCAA. So we have about 27% of our students involved in athletics. It's a really awesome conference to be a part of as well. Coming from being a D3 athlete myself when I was in college, I really enjoyed that experience. Now, at Oglethorpe, we have 8 on-campus residence halls for students to choose from. Those residence halls tend to be suite styled, so thinking like a Jack and Jill style bathroom as well. So you have 2 bedrooms, 2 students in each bedroom with a shared bathroom. However, after your first year, if you decided that you would rather, not live in a residence hall, we actually have an apartment complex called Gables Brookhaven that's built right on our property for students to lease an apartment there instead. And outside of the ways to be involved on campus, you also have the entire city of Atlanta to explore. We're just a mile from the nearest MARTA station, which is our public transit here in Atlanta. So it opens up the entire city for you to explore and goes straight into the airport if you're ever looking for a quick flight. Now, the Oglethorpe student is a very unique person, and it's a little difficult for me to tell you what your student experience is going to be like. So we'd rather turn to our students and let them summarize it themselves. So we asked them to describe Oglethorpe in one word, and if they could choose one word to describe it, what would it be? And we came up with this word cloud. So obviously, the larger the word, the more times it was said. And I think it speaks a lot that our students be able to find somewhere that they can call home and feel included. Oglethorpe is such a small school, but it is such a diverse place, having so many different world perspectives there from all over the country and all over the world. So I think it's a really awesome place to be. Now at Oglethorpe, we really pride ourselves on being accessible and affordable to our students. So I want to talk a little bit about our financial aid opportunities. We break aid up into 3 different categories: institutional aid, state aid, and federal aid. Institutional aid, we start with our merit-based scholarships ranging from $18,000 to $23,000. These are purely based on your academic performance. We also award an Oglethorpe grant to our FAFSA filing students. Based on that information, you could qualify for need-based funding, as well as any music and IB diploma scholarships available as well go into the institutional funding. Now for state aid for our out-of-state students in North and South Carolina, we will award you the Georgia Hope equivalent, which is having a 3.5 GPA average graduating high school of $3,500. Based on your FAFSA information, you could qualify for federal funding for Pell Grants, which are need-based federal grants, up to $6,000. It's actually $6,345, and our Stafford loans of up to $5,500. But our biggest scholarship program here at Oglethorpe is called the Flagship 50. The Flagship 50 states that if a student meets our metrics, we will guarantee they pay no more in tuition fees at Oglethorpe than they would at their flagship institution. So in order to qualify for the Flagship 50, you must have a 3.8 GPA on a 4.0 scale, or a 30 plus ACT, or a 1400 SAT. Any of those metrics will qualify you for the Flagship 50. Obviously, it varies by state and student, so it depends on what state you live in. It incorporates all of our Oglethorpe aid, but once you qualify for the Flagship 50, it's fixed renewable for all 4 years. Any state, federal, or outside scholarships is applied to the remaining balance. So again, really committed to that message of being affordable and accessible to all of our students. Now, the admission process at Oglethorpe is pretty simple. We have a rolling admission basis at Oglethorpe. So, as long as we get your application and all your required admission material, we can get your decision out to you in about 2 weeks. You can apply one of 2 ways, either on the university application or the Common App. Either one is available to you, neither is preferred. The only required admission material that we have are our transcripts and our essay. Other optional material include test scores, interviews, and video submissions and letters of recommendation. But other than that, there's no deadline in our application, so we're hoping to see you apply soon. Application opens up August 1st, and I'll talk to you all later.
All right, thank you so much to Oglethorpe University. Next up, we have the University of Alabama.
Thank you guys for having us tonight. My name is Rachel Hopewell, and I also have my colleague, Chelsea Marsh, on our call as well. And we are here to talk to you guys about the University of Alabama. We are located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We are a large school, so we have a total enrollment close to 38,000. We do have one of the 10 largest football stadiums in the country on our campus. And while we have all the advantages that a large school can offer, we also have a lot of ways that we intentionally make a large school feel smaller. 80% of our classes will have 50 or fewer students in them. And through our honors college, a lot of our honors classes are capped at 15 to 25 students. Also, even though we are a large flagship university for the state of Alabama, over half of our students actually come from outside of the state of Alabama, and we actually send over 200 a year from the Carolinas down to Tuscaloosa in our freshman class. Chelsea is going to drop a digital view book into the chat box for you all. It will include this major list in there. And so we do have numerous academic programs for you. We have a thriving College of Arts and Sciences, a fantastic School of Business, one of the top colleges of communications in the country, our College of Education, the 5th oldest College of Engineering in the country, College of Human and Environmental Sciences, which encompasses a large variety of majors, our College of Nursing, our School of Social Work, all of our pre-professional programs, and then we also have a Design Your Own Major program called New College as well. Now, we did go test optional for this cycle. We have yet to make the determination as to whether or not we will be test optional or not for next year or subsequent years. So I do still like to give you the average admitted student profile from before COVID. And you can see that on the screen, but we are more than just our average profile alludes. 40% of our students will be honors program eligible with us, which means they had a 30 or higher on the ACT, a 1360 or higher on the SAT. But we also find a student with a 3.0 high school GPA, a 21 ACT, a 1080 SAT can also find success on our campus as well. I encourage you to reach out to your regional recruiter and have a conversation about where you are and whether you might be a good fit for Alabama. If you are interested, I do encourage you to join our mailing list. Chelsea will drop that link into the chat box for you as well, as we're getting ready to make our decision as to whether we will go test optional as we get ready to release our updated scholarship information. Being a part of our mailing list is the best way to get updates on that. And how are we getting so many students from out of state? We've been known for a long time for our merit scholarship process. And so we did continue to offer these this year. They are based upon your GPA from high school and your SAT or ACT score. And so if you qualify with a GPA, you qualify with a test score, this is automatic money. And full out-of-state tuition for us is $30,000 a year roughly. And so we have been known to be great at bringing out-of-state students down to Tuscaloosa. Now with test optional, we did add a competitive academic scholarship scale this year. And so again, once we make that decision, we'll let you know what that scholarship pathway will look like. But I also like to point out that the max scholarship on this test optional scale is also $28,000. So we are committed to our out-of-state student population. We do operate on rolling admissions. So we are still accepting applications for high school seniors. However, we do have a scholarship deadline. And to put your best foot forward and be considered for as many scholarships as possible, that scholarship deadline this year was January 15th. You do have to be admitted before you get access to our scholarship application. And so I always recommend for students to try to get their materials into us by the month of November. That usually will be able to turn it around in time. We have a thriving campus life. We have over 600 different clubs and organizations. We are NCAA Division I for athletics. We also have club and intramural sports. We do have the largest Greek system in the country. 34% of our students will be involved in fraternities and sorority life. And with so much of our student population coming from outside of the state of Alabama, and with us being a football school, Roll Tide, it really is a great and very fun atmosphere. This is a shot of downtown Tuscaloosa for you. We are by no means Atlanta, but we're also not the middle of nowhere either. We have a Target, we have Indian food, Thai food, Chipotle, mellow mushroom, a little bit of everything for you. So come on down and check us out. And I did want to share contact information. We do have 3 of us that are located in the Carolinas. So Chelsea covers the entire state of South Carolina. I cover Eastern North Carolina, and Taylor covers Western North Carolina. Thanks for having us tonight, and Roll Tide.
All right, thank you so much to the University of Alabama. That's it for all of our presentations. So I'd actually like to ask all of our presenters to maybe turn their screens back on so we can do a little bit of a round robin and have them answer a few more questions about the college going process. So the first question would be, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And why don't we go ahead and start with Life University?
I honestly would say, I know that, some of you all may already have your choice as far as college, but I am going to suggest and encourage everyone to apply to more than one college, especially this year, because a lot of us are waiving the ACT and SAT. So really, it's so much easier to apply right now. So I would say really apply to at least 5 colleges, at least, and try and get a fee waiver for at least some of them. I know for us, we do have fee waivers, and I know a lot of other colleges have as well. You may just have to ask. So that's my advice.
That was my first one I was going to say, is because a lot of schools are test optional, to apply to as many schools as possible, because a lot of people have those fee waivers being test optional, and that's going to help out students a lot. So definitely apply to a ton of schools. Just keep those options open. And also, when you're looking at colleges and being on campus, just go with your gut. I know college can be a little pricey, but don't just look at the money. Go somewhere where you're going to be comfortable and you feel like you can grow as much as possible as a student, and definitely just go with your gut with a lot of places when you check them out. So
I'm going to go ahead and just say to follow your passion, figure out what you truly love, what makes you so happy, and what you can see yourself waking up and doing every day, and then just pursue it. Just do it.
One of the best things that you can do when you're searching for the right college for you is doing plenty of research. And that can be done through visiting the college campuses themselves. Most of us offer some sort of tour or some sort of meeting that you can have with faculty or staff that are on campus, but really try to get multiple different experiences at all the places that you apply, because at the end of the day, many of these institutions, you're going to be there for at least 2 years. So it's a good idea to set foot on the campus before you agree that you're going to be there for the next X number of years.
Yeah, I would say keep an open mind. Whenever you're applying through the college process, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into until you actually set foot on that campus. I would say, apply to different types of colleges, right? We have a lot of different colleges represented here as well, like both public and private, small, large, medium size, like whatever it may be, but you may not know what's the best fit for you if you don't even give it an option. So I just say, take a different variety, a different, array of colleges to look at and figure out which one's going to be the best fit for you and get the most value for you.
And I'm going to echo Ethan and keep an open mind. I know that I'm actually located in North Carolina, and we have a great state system in state. And so oftentimes people will think, oh, it's going to be too expensive to look out of state, or it's going to be too expensive to look at private schools. And you're just looking at the sticker price. And most of us offer a lot of great options to help bring that down. And finances definitely needs to be part of your decision, definitely. But you're not going to know the exact cost of all of us by looking at that sticker price. You're not going to really know it until about this time in your senior year. We do all have something called a net price calculator on our website that can be helpful in that. But I do encourage you to have an open mind. And then one last thing, I encourage you to apply to at least 3 schools, whatever your dream school is. A school where you match the average admitted student profile, and then a school that you would be overqualified for, that even if you had to go there for 1 year to transfer to that dream school of yours, in your senior year, if you follow that rule, it'll be a lot less stressful for you.
All right, thank you. Sounds like the name of the game is apply, right? So lots of really, really good advice there from people who really know what they're talking about too. Let's go through another one. And I always like hearing about this. It brings me back to my college days. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
Wow, we have what is called Lights of Life. And basically that is over the holidays. And our campus is literally like so many lights, so many, we literally have like a drive-through where people stop, they can drive, they can stop. And we have like hot chocolate stands, and we have Santa there, and it's reindeers. And I mean, it's just very festive during the November, December holidays. And I think that's my favorite. My son loves animals, so they have like these little live, like little animals like rabbits and a pony and all of that good stuff. So it's like thousands of people show up to this one event on our campus. So Lights of Life.
At Lander, it would have to be our Christmas tree lighting. So we just have a bunch of students and people from all around the community will come on campus. We'll have a Christmas tree that's like 40 feet tall. We have a ice skating rink that we'll build on campus. We also kind of have just a bunch of carnival games and food. And it's just, obviously, it's kind of gets you really excited going into Christmas break too. So that's something that's always really cool and gets people excited for Christmas, which I really enjoy. So it puts everyone in a good mood.
Pretty much any holiday when you work at a beauty school is so much fun because there's always like special effects makeup and avant-garde styling. It's so much fun. But I'd have to say our boss competition. So boss competition is like best of Shuler schools. So all of the top estheticians, students, and cosmetology students all come together and compete in different sections, like for makeup, best bridal makeup, best special effects, etc. And it's just really, really cool just to see the talent that our schools have.
At Winthrop, my personal favorite event that goes on all year is a whole entire week. It's our homecoming week. It's the week prior to our first home basketball game for our men's and women's teams. A lot of the different organizations across campus will host events, including many of our Greek organizations, and it's all kind of wrapped all together with our homecoming game on Saturday, where we have a giant tailgate. I see a lot of our alumni come out for that event. So it's a really great way to meet the current Winthrop Eagles that are across campus and those who've already graduated.
Yeah, I would say my favorite tradition at Oglethorpe is our Boar's Head celebration every year. So we have an honors fraternity on campus called ODK, and it's a really big deal to get inducted into the society, as well as like faculty and staff members also get inducted into it every year. But it's really neat because we have this whole celebration centered around this induction ceremony, but all of our alumni from ODK are invited back to campus, as well as all the current students get to participate in it. But it's just a really fun celebration. The reason why it's called Boar's Head is because the step that you have to take to be inducted into the society is you have to kiss the head of a boar that they have. So everybody kisses the same boar. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of unique. I think it definitely echoes the whole quirkiness that Oglethorpe has. But yeah, by far my favorite event. It's definitely one of our largest events every year, largest tradition. So that would have to be my favorite.
I am going to have to go with homecoming. We are a football school, and it is just fun to spend Saturday in the South on our campus for any of our home football games. But homecoming in particular is very special. I'm going to drop a YouTube video link into the chat box for you all. We do something called pomping. Our sorority girls probably work 70 hours that week on these elaborate mosaic displays that go in front of the sorority houses. They paint the windows of the downtown businesses. So just any Alabama football game is a fun experience, but homecoming just takes it up another notch. So I love that one.
Awesome. Well, we do have just a couple minutes, so maybe we could squeeze one last question in real quick. I guess it's not a question, but a statement. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school.
Let's see. I don't know if it's a fun fact. We are the world's largest chiropractic school. Not really necessarily fun, but we definitely, if you have ever been to a chiropractor, most likely you have, your doctor is from Life University or affiliated with Life University. So that's my fact.
I guess putting on a spot, I can't really think of a fun fact. Kind of what you just said. Lander just got rated the #1 nursing program in the state of South Carolina this past week. So I think that's something that Lander's definitely known for and really helps us out. So.
Kennethschuler is actually a real man, and he's still alive and lives in Columbia, and he comes around to all of our schools. He's actually been a master barber for over 50 years. So super, super talented guy.
Fun fact about Winthrop University, we've had a couple of movies shot on our campus. In fact, in the early 2000s, we had our campus converted into an insane asylum for one movie. You probably won't find them too many places, but Carrie 2, and then the other movie was called Asylum. It's a sci-fi original.
I'm going to give two fun facts, just because Ty gave me the idea. If you guys recently saw Love, Simon, Oglethorpe University actually had a whole scene shot there. If you've seen the movie, it's whenever he's like, oh, when I go to college, like I'm going to come out of the closet and it's going to be great. And they're like dancing and everything like that. And they end up on in front of our library lawn. So really cool thing. That was a fun fact that I learned when I started working there. But speaking of our library, long time ago, history says that there was a circus that actually stayed on campus, and one of their elephants died there. And they buried him on campus. Our library has now been built on top of that graveyard of the elephant, and our students often report hearing the ghost of the elephant walking around the library. So I haven't heard him, I haven't seen him or done anything like that, but I guess the legend stands. I don't know. That's our fun fact, I guess.
Speaking of elephants, Alabama, so you've probably heard we're the Crimson Tide, and our mascot is also Big Al, an elephant, both football related. And so back in, I think it was the 1920s, our football team, there was a sports writer who said that our team was so big that when they took the field, it was like a herd of elephants marching in, and in our crimson sweaters, we looked like the Crimson Tide. So that's the origin of our two mascots, if you will, Big Al, the actual mascot, who's an elephant, and then the Crimson Tide. So had to go off of your elephant story, Ethan.
All right. Well, those are some pretty interesting facts, I do have to say. So thank you so much for sharing those. And thank you to all of our presenters as well for presenting. Also, thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. That is our time though. So when you close this window, there is going to be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd really appreciate any feedback that you can provide on this session tonight. Also, this was just one of many different sessions that are being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions too. And lastly, like I mentioned earlier, in about a week, you're going to be able to find this session's recording at strivescan.com/Carolinas. All right, thanks again, everybody.